What's up, y'all? It's Dee about to react to this vid by Janae Daniel. It's titled Public Humiliation is Trending and It's Getting Dark. Oh. Okay, let's see what people are doing to others in public. Let's watch.
I just saw the trend of people like flipping the camera on people. That's so rude. That was so mean. Like, I can't believe people do that. Like, that's so mean.
Why the would you want to literally put somebody else in a position where they're being made fun of? They're the butt of a joke that everybody is in on except for them.
Bullying isn't like this you see on TV. It isn't someone getting stuffed into a locker. It isn't someone tagging stuff into a toilet. Most of the bullying in real life is like this with the camera trend. We all know bullying isn't new, okay? That's a tale as old as time. Kids teased for wearing glasses, adults gossiped about at work. Cruelty is not a new phenomenon. It's just, it looks a little different from what we remember, and you can see it in the way people treat each other today. From strangers recording people at their worst without a second thought to so-called pranks that look more like public humiliation, it's like the world is getting a lot more comfortable with making other people uncomfortable. In today's video, we're going to talk about the roots of bullying, how it got worse over time, and why it's resurfacing in ways darker than before. Welcome to the Girl Talk You Didn't Know You Needed. Now, I'm not saying you have to subscribe. And the whole scene I'm trying to paint. Journey for sponsor the anti-bullying message that shaped us for society.
I am here with Live Loud and High Entertainment. We're going to talk to you today about don't be a bully, be a friend, be the impact.
And since young kids and teens were still developing their sense of right and wrong, adults made sure to step in and redirect any mean tendencies before they spiraled.
Okay, so what we could do today is a couple exercises to help you express your anger in a healthy way. Can I just say that we don't have a clique problem at this school, and some of us shouldn't have to take this workshop because some of us are just victims in a situation? That's probably true. How many of you have ever felt personally victimized by Regina George?
So kindness and empathy were taught at home, or at least they should be, but school was the place where kids learned how to socialize. They learned to work with people and other kids that were different from them and understand that their behaviors could affect other people.
And sometimes bullying isn't even physical, hitting somebody or saying something verbal. Sometimes bullying is just excluding somebody. You leave that person out. That's a form of bullying. But that one act, what I've seen happen in my life, can destroy life.
So with that in mind, schools took bullying very seriously. You may remember those huge assemblies where everyone sat on the gym floor, crisscross applesauce. A counselor or a guest speaker would come up on stage and talk to the kids in a fun way about anti-bullying and the importance of kindness.
Be a hero!
How can I do that? I can't fly.
Yeah, I don't have laser vision. I don't even have a cape. Be a good friend!
Worksheets were passed out, posters were in the hallway, reminding kids to think before they acted. And if you didn't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. And for the most part, children listened. It wasn't cool to be a bully. Even our favorite TV shows reinforced that message. TV networks like Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, and Cartoon Network would run anti-bullying campaigns that shaped an entire generation to understand that bullying had consequences. It wasn't until the social media started to adapt a little faster.
Oh my God. I just saw that documentary on Netflix. I'm not gonna give away, what happened, just in case you ain't seen it, you want to watch it. But it blew my mind. It was like Catfish or something like that, and it has to do with bullying. But yeah, that was wild. I was like, what the hell?
Programs could handle. While schools were drilling this anti-bullying message into kids, under the surface, there was a new kind of interaction bubbling, and a lot of schools and parents were not prepared for it.
So what is a parent to do? How could they possibly keep up with all this changing technology?
I think that's really one of the main challenges parents have, is that technology is constantly changing. 2 years ago it was FormSpring, and now it's Ask.fm and these other applications that are on a phone. And it really is impossible for parents to keep up.
Social media started popping around the early 2000s with platforms like MySpace, Facebook, and Tumblr. So for the first time, kids and teens were socializing online in ways parents and teachers couldn't monitor.
Local parents say cyberbullying is much worse than most people think. A local mother contacted us to share her personal story.
Heather says she would have never known about all the Facebook pages if it wasn't for her daughter bringing it to her attention.
And by the 2010s, cyberbullying became a national issue, eventually leading to updated school policies, state laws, and massive media coverage.
Investigators in Alamance County have arrested half a dozen students on charges of cyberbullying.
They're accused of using Facebook to bully 3 of their fellow classmates at Southern Alamance High School in Graham.
This was also around the time that ABC Family released the movie that rewired the brains of millennials and older Gen Z all around the world.
Raise your hand if you were personally victimized by this movie right here. So this is the 2011 film Cyberbully, and I feel like it was a canon event for us late millennials, early Gen Z, because I feel like all of us watched this and kind of traumatized us.
The movie Cyberbully showed how damaging online bullying could be. That movie had me in a chokehold at the ripe age of 9, and as traumatizing as that movie was, we all needed to see the effects of cyberbullying. Kids needed to see that even if you're behind an anonymous username, your words can potentially kill.
That movie was our Gen Z millennial horror movie in real time. It was the first time a mainstream film dared to expose the cruelty of online cyberbullying. It literally was a mirror reflecting back to us what was happening in our everyday lives as Gen Z and millennials were being exposed to online digital spaces with MySpace, with the rise of Facebook, with the rise of Tumblr and Twitter.
Now, as most of the harm was happening online rather than face-to-face, it still hit people in an entirely different way. And look, I'm not gonna sit here and undermine or compare face-to-face bullying versus cyberbullying. Both are horrible in the same way. But when it comes to online bullying, let's be honest, you can close your laptop. You can step outside. You can touch grass for a little bit and breathe in and out.
So I think cyberbullying.
No, but if people are bullying you at your school and like you have people posting like embarrassing pictures of you or whatever, and they're sending it and passing it to your classmates, and then they're all at school laughing at you when you get there, that's not something you can turn off. I agree if it's some fucking randoms that you don't know and never have to see in real life, then it's like, all right, you could turn your phone off. You could deactivate your Instagram. You don't have to interact with these randoms in fucking Washington or wherever the fuck. But when it's at school, that's different, and that can definitely be a problem. I can see that being an issue.
Is worse because it can really spread and go viral and basically be heard by the world.
Face-to-face could be more harmful since you experience it firsthand. If it's a public account, you can make it private. There's ways of, avoiding it.
Even if it didn't...
I would say cyberbullying is worse, and it's way more psychological, and it's way more embarrassing, like I said, if it gets in the hands of too many of your classmates. And sometimes even the teachers be seeing stuff. What's that show, Forever, on Netflix, where the girl, her nudes got exposed and everybody at her school saw it? Like, that's the type of, shit where it's like you can't just deactivate your account, and that is a form of cyberbullying and revenge porn and everything. But yeah, so she had to change schools because of that. So what they're saying, I don't agree with at all. Physical bullying is somebody just like, hey, give me your lunch money. It's like, that's one person, and it's like at some point you can get active. Like, all right, what's up? I'm tired of you bullying me and trying to take my money. What's up? It's me and you. That's between you and that one person, or even if it's a couple people. But when it spreads throughout your whole school, like, that can mentally mess you up, which is why some people off themselves, because it's like they can't take that embarrassment.
Fix the problem. There was a way to disconnect. Well, what if I told you that the bullying we're seeing today is extremely different, because the cruelty is happening online and face-to-face. And that mix is way darker than anything we've ever dealt with before. Over the years, bullying has never really changed. We talked about face-to-face bullying, and then eventually cyberbullying came onto the scene. But y'all, I don't know what to call this new form of bullying that's taking place today. There's a new trend. Okay, it's called the flip the camera trend, where someone asks a peer or a stranger to film them dancing, and as the stranger records, the person dancing flips the camera
This
on
dance
them
is really stupid too.
to laugh at them.
Oh, and by the way, if you
fucked up.
participated in that flip the camera trend and like recorded someone off guard, you're a bully. You're a bully. You're a bully.
I can't even believe I am watching grown people.
And then niggas want to be surprised. I'm not condoning this, obviously, but you want to be surprised when people come back, you know, and it's it's like because they can't take it no more, and it's like, oh, y'all have tortured me psychologically. Okay, now I'm about to go get something, and all y'all gonna pay. Obviously, that's not right. It's a terrible thing, but it's like sometimes this ends up being the reason. I've heard of several school shootings where it was someone who was getting bullied by a lot of their classmates.
From the trend on here. That person was probably happy just to be seen, overjoyed to feel included. And then those kids who are bullying have the nerve to take the kindness of that person and flip the camera in showcasing that they are the ugly person.
I think that whole flipping the camera trend is genuinely one of the worst trends to ever come out of this app. The group of girls or boys or whoever is doing the trend is just having that dude record them so they can make fun of them.
I don't know. I'm still trying to find the joke here, but the thing that makes it unsettling is this type of bullying isn't being done behind a username, and it's not being done face to face. It's this weird hybrid mix of both, where someone is getting humiliated in public, and then they have a phone shoved in their face, and then they're posted online for millions of people to see and make fun of them there too.
My husband's friends did the flip the camera challenge on me, which if you're not aware is a horrible trend where you flip the camera to mock the appearance of the person filming you. He had his friends over to watch the game. He goes to replenish their drinks. While he's gone, they asked me to film a dancing video of them. I did not know this was a flip the camera trend until I saw it on my free page, already viral. Comments tearing apart my appearance as far as the eye can see. I go to my husband, I'm crying, obviously, and I'm like, these people can never step foot in our house again. And he goes, well, it's my house too. So I'm like, pleading. I'm like, can you get this guy to take the video down? And he's like, no, he's a full-time content creator. I could never ask him to do that.
What?
Like, they are intentionally embarrassing me. This man looks right at me. He says, embarrassment is a choice.
What?
This trend is so uncomfortable to watch, especially the faces of the victim, because they all look so kind and just innocent to all of it. And a lot of them don't even realize.
And they did your bum ass a favor by recording your weak ass video. They could have said, no, I'm not recording shit. So the fact that they are doing you a favor and you make fun of them is so fucked up. That's so mean.
Is that they're the joke. And the ones that do realize, the look on their face says it all.
This trend needs to stop. My dad, the literal nicest guy in the entire world, literally to know Jim Schick is to love him. He got. He smiled. I am just not mentally equipped to see stuff like this. I don't even know how I'm going to sleep tonight.
We live in a world where that learned kindness, it doesn't matter.
This is a 50th reason why I don't need children, because if someone did this to my kid, I'm coming to the school. I want to fight the children and then call your mom. I'm going to beat her ass too. Call everybody. I'm beating everybody's ass because this is so fucked up, and you can really break children. They're at an age where they're still trying to figure things out, still growing, and they're very fragile emotionally. So this is just such an evil thing to do.
Much as the attention you could get online. And it says a lot about where we are culturally when someone else's discomfort has become entertainment. Now, there's one huge movement that I believe started it all. all, and that's prank culture. Pranks used to be silly, harmless things that people would do with family and friends. It wasn't until the cameras started rolling that pranks went from harmless to harmful pretty quickly.
At one point, the 31-year-old Coley shoves the phone out of his face. But the prankster, 21-year-old Tanner Cook, is unrelenting.
He got
but
popped.
the prankster never expected...
I'm not saying I agree with it, but you just can't play with everybody and think shit gonna be sweet all the time. You're gonna play with the wrong person.
This reaction. A bullet fired into his stomach and liver.
With YouTube on the rise, creators started posting their prank videos, and they started noticing people were loving them. A lot of them were couples or friends pulling pranks on each other, maybe embarrassing each other in public, but the audience wanted more.
YouTube pranks, when they were in their prime, from like 2018 to 2021, was probably my least favorite era of the internet. If you put the word prank after...
See, I did it before. I did it in like 2016, okay? 2017. It ended around there. I was like, all right, I'm over this. I'm tired of this. First off, I'm not a great actress anyway. Well, apparently I was, because people thought they were a real child. But anyway, but yeah, I was just over it. I thought they were super corny. But yeah, they were very, very, very popular back in the day.
Or anything on YouTube, it was fair game. And would eat that shit up every single time. So logically, it encouraged more people to do it and do crazier things to please your audience. It got to the point where this who does kissing pranks did a kissing my own sister prank. He was literally just promoting it.
Somebody jumping out and yelling boo, it wasn't going to hold the people over for long. So the pranks got more and more extreme until these prankers were literally harassing strangers and their loved ones, all for views.
I play too much. As you commit vandalism and potentially felony assault if that hits somebody. It's like these motherfuckers straight up stick a firecracker into a glass jar and just like roll it into a target or something and just watch chaos unfold and just be like, that's hilarious. Prank ya.
Do you want to help me get it off?
Get the away from me.
A lot of these pranks are harassment, like this one.
Hello guys, today I'm filming a crazy prank. I met these two Viners a couple of weeks ago and I arranged to meet them to talk about filming a video with them. Kobe is in on the prank and Sam is getting pranked. Let's see how he reacts to his best friend.
I heard they all were in
front of him.
Hear me out, okay? This is Janae's take. If you're making someone angry, uncomfortable, or distraught just to make other people laugh, is that not bullying?
Hey babe, I got your frosting.
Oh, thanks.
Here's the difference. A good prank is when you make them feel bewildered, confused. And a bad prank is when you make them feel angry, ashamed, frustrated, embarrassed.
The truth is, a lot of people don't even realize that they're being bullied because bullying looks so different today. This isn't that old school type of bullying where someone would shove you into a locker. I need y'all to please realize that bullying isn't like this see on TV. It isn't someone getting stuffed into a locker. It isn't someone tagging stuff into a toilet.
No, but that's terrifying.
Bullying in real life is like this with the camera trend. This type of humiliation is now a part
a locker and they locking it. Oh, that's scary.
It's replayed thousands of times, and it just might become a meme that people use for the next 10 years.
The song, it's called Friday. It's about an 8th grader who's getting ready for the weekend, getting ready to party. It's obviously made Rebecca Black an instant hit. She is now totally famous, but it's also made her a target for extreme hatred and cyberbullying.
People should be able to tell the difference between humor and humiliation, but that's becoming less and less common. And the reason it's becoming less and less common is because something in our culture has shifted completely. Instead of people looking at people like actual people, they look at them as potential content. And once someone becomes content, everything after that feels fair game to the person holding the camera and typing on the keyboard.
Yo, bro, I don't have any change, but if I did, I would give it to you. Yeah, no problem, man. Have a good one. Have a blessed day.
Not too comfortable recording people. Everybody's so hell-bent trying to make some content, trying to get a bag off this TikTok, go viral, trying to get them, make their meaningless life feel important for a little bit of TikTok fame. Like, bruh, but y'all be quick to record and put somebody's big. That's the but. Y'all need to start getting slapped in y'all shit.
That should be
Recording
big.
strangers has become so normalized that people do it without thinking twice. A stranger could be minding their business at the gym, maybe on the bus, or just doing something that's none of our business, and people will just, pop up their phone and broadcast it to the world. And don't let the video go viral. Now thousands of people feel like they have permission to make fun of you.
Is it me, or has everybody gotten like insanely mean? I have a friend who's afraid to like post pictures of her online and do stuff online because of how mean people are. She posted a picture of herself one time on Twitter, and she has about like 300 followers, and for some reason like that picture blew up. And she's a heavyset girl, and like the comments were crazy, but she sent me like a picture of her DM. Somebody told her to herself because she's heavyset.
And once one person makes a joke, 10 more people start piling on. I don't know if y'all peeped this, but for a lot of people, tearing someone else down feels like a bonding moment. Let's say, for instance, you have a friend or you hang
For
out
people
with
who are miserable, this is definitely a very, very common thing online.
a group of friends, and every time y'all get together, they want to talk about someone else or they want to gossip about someone. People bond over bullying.
Not to be dramatic, but nothing bonds two people faster than hating the same person. Like, we could go from strangers to soulmates in 0.3 seconds if I find out you dislike the same person I do. Suddenly, we're speaking in eye contact, we have our own language, our own timeline, our own enemy. That's friendship. It's not the small talk, it's not the shared hobbies, it's not the childhood nostalgia. It's, you don't like them either? Say less.
It becomes this weird group activity that brings those people closer, but you're also bringing someone down. And it also happens in these comment sections too. In a past,
this is why I had to stop watching and keeping up with Amberlynn Reed. I've mentioned her several times on this channel because I do find her life fascinating, because it's this woman who weighs over 500 pounds, and yeah, just how she operates and does things is just like, wow, there's people that's this big, it's crazy. But anyway, her comment section though is disgusting, and the way that people have built this whole community surrounding like hating her is disturbing. And then they like meddle in her personal life, like it started getting real weird to where I was like, all right, I'm checking out. Like, it's so odd. And she recently got demonetized or whatever, and I'm like, look, y'all ain't got nothing to talk about, but apparently there's still channels discussing her and like keeping up with what she's doing on Instagram, and like trying to get, because she was asking for Cash App or whatever, because I guess she ain't got no money now because her channel got demonetized, and people like reporting her Cash App so she don't get no money. Like, real weird shit. I'm like, y'all niggas is fucking weird. Like, nah, this is too much. So people definitely bond over hating others. It's so weird.
Video, we talked about pack mentality bullying. If someone is being bullied in a TikTok video, people are going to be in that comment section having a good laugh while they make fun of someone else.
If you post unflattering photos of me in my comment section or say things that I don't like, you're getting blocked. People just love making fun of other people in the comments.
I block people all the time.
I'm not sure why.
Because fuck out of here. In my Instagram, sometimes I'll get DMs and somebody's starting to say some slick shit. I don't even finish reading it. As soon as I realize it's some negative comment or some slick shit you're sent, blocks. Like, fuck out of here. You're not about to come at me sideways and say no weird shit. I'm not about to read no paragraph of you trying to read me and be rude to me. Blocks. I'm not even entertaining this. I read the first few, just from the first few words, I can already tell when somebody being blocked.
So many people love making fun of me. I don't get it. That's so weird to me. Like, there is something wrong with you.
Seriously, what did you think was gonna happen when you tell people, hey, don't bully me? I mean, if people already do that without you saying that, when you bring attention to it, when you dedicate a video to it, it's your choice. But did you honestly think people were still not?
But yeah, making a dedicated video to this, I don't think that was the best idea, because at that point you're feeding the trolls and they will come back for more and just, feed into it more and more.
Do just this.
Have y'all ever noticed bullies rarely bully alone? Think about it. There's always a group behind them. There's always somebody on side of them, because these bullies need backup
to feel bold. They're cowards that hide behind each other so that no one else can single them out like they're singling out the victim. Y'all, we're cooking, okay? We're on these bullies' neck. I need to know y'all's opinion.
This is truly heartbreaking. The fact that kids are going to school to learn, to get an education, and you have other people's dusty, crusty ass kids making fun of them. Like, this is so messed up. And this just reflects back on the parents. Like, you did not teach your kids no home training. That's why they go out into the world terrorizing everybody else, which is why I could never go do this with no kids. You playing with my child or your child playing with my child, I'm coming for everybody's neck. Like, this is fucked. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about all this, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.